Welcome back, folks, to another episode of ASI Outdoors. I'm your host, Ben. I am a licensed gunsmith via the Northern Alberta Institute Technology. Today we're going to be going through single shot, break action shotguns. Are they still going to be effective in the year 2026? Stay tuned and find out. So, the question we ask ourselves first is, what exactly is this? So this is a Cooey Model 84. This is made in Canada. Very prolific in this country. One of the most popular guns probably in the country, besides like a Cooey Model 64 or something similar. This one has a pretty much like new 16 gauge barrel on it. Pretty crazy to find something like this in that nice a condition. Anyways, so something like this, what is this useful for? So I'll tell you what first it's not useful for. Something like this, predator protection, probably not your best friend. Probably gonna want at least one more shot to follow up with. Secondary thing. Older single shot shotguns like this, made before about mid-80s, you can't actually shoot steel shot through them, which means you're pretty limited in what kind of ammo you can use, and you can't legally hunt waterfowl with them. So what will end up happening is the barrel will start pitting out, and that's really no bueno. Nobody really likes that. And it will actually just wear the crap out of the gun. So something like this you can use for grouse hunting. You can use it as a backup kind of little farm gun for things like rabbits, pest control, maybe a coyote, or even deer. There's been a lot of big deer that have been shot with guns like this. Some of the biggest deer out there have been shot with a 16 gauge single shot by a farmer. Definitely don't underestimate the man with one gun, as they say, but you're kind of limited, again, like I said, on what kind of ammo you can use in this kind of thing. Do I recommend you pick one up? Yes, I do recommend you pick one up. It's nice to have in the arsenal. Tool in the tool belt. They're fairly cheap and inexpensive. You can buy them from around $100 anywhere up until, I don't know, $250, $300, and that'll get you into one that's cheap, similar to this, a Cooey, Winchester, whatever. And so one thing to note is, though, on these, you want to make sure that the shell ejector actually pops out properly and that it actually meets the face of where the barrel and the receiver is tight, that there's no gap, that this is tight as well, the receiver to the barrel when it's closed, there's no wiggle and stuff like that. If it's open, it's okay to have a little bit of wiggle. And then when where your firing pin goes through, there is a hole there. You want to make sure that's a circular hole that is similar diameter to the size of the firing pin. Otherwise, you're going to end up with an oval, which is not good. You'll have issues with it sticking, rounds not going off. And then lastly, the lever here to break the barrel open, you want to make sure that's parallel with the stock here. And also, if it's over to one side like this side, that means it's actually got less wear on it. If it's over on this side like that, it means that it's pretty much almost pooched. So most guns will actually start kind of over like that, and then they'll wear in over time, and you'll end up with it going past over here. And that's when you know it's time to either refresh this or turf the whole gun. So this itself is actually a very nice example of a still usable 16 gauge that you could use for hunting for grouse, rabbits, squirrels, other things like that. And this could also be seen being fixed in one of my other videos that has approximately 42,000 views right now, called Brake Barrel Action Maintenance. So if you guys have enjoyed that video, go ahead and give me a like and comment. If you want to buy any of the merch that we have here, like this hoodie or a shirt, another hoodie, hat, something like that, would greatly appreciate it. Everything goes back to helping the channel. And yeah, that was a short video on single shots in 2026 and their availability and efficacy in the current day and age. Almost 80 years later, still keeping on. Still works for a hunting gun. Also, if you're on a budget, this will get it done for you, get you out in the field, might get you on your first deer, might get you on your first upland game animal, and that's what it's all about. So don't think you have to spend a bunch of money to get out there. Maybe you've already spent a few $100 on the course, the licensing fees, and this is all you can afford. Go ahead and pick something like this up. Make sure it's safe to shoot. Maybe take it to a gunsmith first to have looked over. And yeah, happy shooting, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ace Outdoors.